let's talk today about couples or lovers relationship, as you like to call it. We are here in beautiful Sardinia. You are leading a retreat for couples. So it's a good topic to talk about.
Yes.
Tantra for couples or lovers? How do you go with Tantra from couples to lovers? What's the difference and what's the path?
Maybe first defining couples. Trouble? Maybe not so nice to shape it this way, but I like to give nice containers to understand the evolution from couples to lovers and actually to masters. I see different level them. Couples is an area of politics, an area of bargaining, an area of needs, of wanting, basically trying to impose territories on each other. And okay, we all pass apparently to that stage, so I'm not going to condemn it and say it's wrong. But looking how to move out of this container. I have a nice way to define it. Say couples, they are in a house, lovers, they are in a temple. And I feel is good. It gives a give picture where how we relate. And true, let's put it honestly, it's a lot of manipulation in a couple house. And though they're trying a lot, I guess, to share love, but under a lot of rules, under a lot of expectation, which means also with a lot of frustration. And the basic current you meet there in this house is the constant trying to change the other, to adjust the other to your own need, to your own wanting, your own expectation, which create a lot of trouble, a lot of friction. So for me, in the house of the couple, you move in friction, in a lot of tension. And I guess I need it for some time or not. But through this tension, this friction, yes, you do generate energy on some level. It looks like keeps things alive. The more trouble, the better somewhere. Less boring. It seems it's like the house is always a bit trembling. And you have also other stage where the house is actually not trembling anymore and it gets very flat. When you have a man and a woman that they gave up. They gave up, so they didn't open the flower of the lovers. They didn't shift from the house to the temple. So you have different scenarios there. The first one where you feel the potential. It is true. You have a man and a woman. They do fall in love. They do have a glimpse that, oh, they do have the glimpse of the temple. It's true. They fall from the glimpse and they build a house that might look a temple in the beginning, but is a house of a lot of compromise, a lot of imposing different ideas, different conditioning. Everybody has an idea of what is a relationship. And sure, it doesn't always fit local. I'll say you have a lot of clashes. And then you have sex in the house. You have sex, which is again amazing potential of building a lot of creative energy, of building amazing temple. It doesn't really go this way most of the time. So it's a lot of misuse. We start even misusing the body of each other for your own pleasure. And that has its limit of tolerance from one or both at some point. And also there because you're very much on body, on pleasure, fulfilling your own pleasure, but not rising in a flow of ecstasy, which you will find only in the temple. There is a point also this goes flat because you're mostly relying on hormones, basically. And after a time, the hormones, they get used to each other, so sexuality also goes flat. So there you have different scenarios possible. Couples, they start looking outside to get some excitement here and there. They stay together and there are some mini compromises. They try to keep going on. In that scenario, maybe a marriage took place, children came into the story, which makes it even more difficult to go apart in case it's impossible to tolerate anymore the frustration. I saw it and it looks like I'm painting a very bad movie, but let's be honest, this is the case of many.
Yeah, when you are describing, it's like most of the couples are in this suffering relationship. We hardly ever see any good examples. But what is a good example? Then who are lovers, and then even more who are masters?
So from this couple house, you can come to a point of frustration that spark the longing for more. That's beautiful also when it comes to that. So you have come to the maximum of what can be done in the house, to the maximum of all the fight, of all the struggle, of all the frustration, and you sit down and it's like you remember the potential of the beginning, and you're like, I'm not going to give up this. I feel there is. Let's revive this potential. So there is, it start moving, start searching, more honesty start coming, a more authentic sharing start coming, more clean communication. And if both they say, yeah, let's move, let's give birth to the lovers. So here the house start crumbling down. You start activating a new energy. And here a tantra comes into the picture. There we start looking what's the way to meet differently? What's the way to activate the potential? So we're going to look at the body, we're going to look at the breathing, we're going to look at the energy, and we're going to look at a map where this energy can rise. You see, in the couple, now as I mentioned it, in the couple, we go spiraling down the hill. A little hell you create for each other. And in the lover, you decide, okay, let's bring the potential, the energy is there between the two in a spiraling up. And this happened in Tantra by certain practices, by starting implementing meditation, implementing the capacity of awareness, being more and more aware yourself, aware the relation, aware the language, aware all the ways of communicating between a man and a woman, and each time bringing the dimension of sacredness. It's like in the house of the couple, you forgot, or even you didn't even see that, oh, wait a minute, it's a relationship is sacred. It's very, very sacred. And you take care of that with a lot of respect, with a lot of gratitude. So in the lover's dimension, you start building the temple, you start building a sacred place between the man and the woman. You move with respect, and especially you move without changing the other. You appreciate the differences. And you see how in these differences you can meet actually.
From your experience, sacredness if somebody doesn't have that, how quickly, it's a question maybe strange, can you develop that? Because it seems like it's an aspect that is very difficult to find, to learn.
I don't think so. I don't think so. If you did fall in love one time, you got the glimpse. This moment of time stop, this moment of love, this moment of connection, of unity, this is the sacred ground. This is the flavor of the flower, the perfume, let's say. This is the sacredness. This moment where there's no separation. So hopefully everybody got at least one time this little glimpse, and maybe short, so then it gets a bit forgotten somewhere. That is easy to revive it, especially in the field of Tantra. We constantly revive this flavor, and okay, maybe up down for some time till it stays, till the fragrance is constantly there. And yeah, building a temple takes some time. In beginning, you have only the ground, then you have the column. Okay, till you have a roof, until everything is really grounded and solid. So the fragrance doesn't go away anymore. You are constantly in that flavor of sacredness, and you relate from there. And I do see that everybody knows it. Everybody has it. It's a little patch somewhere, but everybody has it.
So couples to lovers is the sacredness aspect. What is more? Or
Oh, there is much more into the story.
maybe a few more qualities of lovers.
One is a creation that I feel very important. Finally, no more in destructive patterns. You finally come together to create, to generate an energy that create, that transform, that shape beautiful things. So you have this potential coming together. And I feel sometimes this picture, you give birth a bit to each other. You give birth to all the potential. So you create a space, you create an environment that allow that this potential they can grow. A potential of being fully conscious. So in that we take away many different blockages that might be in between. Some we take away, some we transform, different ways to move. And in activating energy together, rising in different rooms of the temple, we expand them. We expand our perception, and we finally find ourselves sitting in the altar of the temple, the altar of consciousness, altar of love, altar of consciousness. And so the lovers, they have this quality, this capacity of, like I say, creating a womb where you can be born together. They almost like a mother for each other, I used to say. It's interesting to see this way. And the temple is also a womb. It's a very beautiful womb. A womb of all the potential.
And then you mentioned there is a next stage of masters. What is that?
That's rare. That's rare, and hopefully there will be more. There will be more coming into this world. In this path of Tantra, what is the final flower? Flower of enlightenment. You fully realize all the potential. Finally, consciousness doesn't have any kind of wheels on top and shadows and is not hidden somewhere. The lovers, they strip down each other. They strip down to finally let blossom fully consciousness. So, finally, you have two beings. Enlightened, conscious. You have two masters. And these two masters, they can stay by themselves or they can start sharing.
Yeah, I was wondering if you are enlightened, do you need a beloved anymore?
No, you don't need, but the beauty of being together. No, actually, you don't need. That's finally, you don't need. You are in a point you don't need, so you share. You share the fragrance. It's fantastic, beautiful. So it can stay within the cocoon, or the cocoon start opening. I always view it like, oh, finally they have become butterfly. The cocoon can crumble and they can fly. They can stay together, flying together. They can fly apart, they're fine, and they're gonna start sharing all the fragrances.
Why is Tantra more traditionally known as the path for couples or lovers, or how you call it, for
I don't.
a man and a woman?
I think that this is completely misleading. It's an image we got, but it's not completely true. There's many different tantras, and a lot you are alone. Go tantric Buddhism, you don't have couples. Which doesn't mean there are not practices between men and women, but is far from the whole thing of couples. Some do, but and even within a more India, the root of Tantra, you have many, you are alone. So we have this picture together is beautiful, is also very valuable. The side that is incredible by being two is that you have double energy.
But wouldn't that mean that then you have double the potential or double the speed of growth, that it would make you go quicker if you have double energy?
You can also see it this way.
So why would you do it alone if you can go faster?
I think alone you also have your high speed. I think it depends completely the setting that you need. There are people they meant to move alone. And I guess also different stage. And you can also move two as a couple, lovers, and there is a point to finish the growth, you have to go alone. Completely fine. See, I mean, there is not specific rules on the path that, oh, it should be two always together or just alone. No, it's depends what is truly needed for your flowering. I think yesterday I was saying there are flowers, they are alone in the desert, and some they are in the jungle, as many together are fine. Also, within Tantra, some they move in a community, in kaulas or in monastery, and you have some guys, hermits, alone. So it's good to see all those possibilities and also to choose what you truly need. And to not impose on yourself, oh, I should move in a lover's relation to grow. Maybe not.
So now there are some couples here in the retreat, and there is a program. And what do you start with? Because I'm sure you're supporting them to move from couples to lovers. So what are the first steps to start moving in the direction of lovers?
To relax. Just relax. It sounds fun. It's not that funny. It really relax, and especially relax the conflict. Relax the the wanting to change, even the wanting to relax the tension. So make them relax, and the second one, to tune again in their own body. Bring back this body in the mood of sacred, in the mood of love, not in the mood of sex, like some they want. You see, in this retreat, there's even no sex for a few days. This is in the mood of love. So you need to bring back a good relaxation, bring back the fragrance of sacredness. That is fine to be with your beloved hand in hands, doing nothing, just looking in the eyes. Bring back this slowness and tune. Bring back the body alone with the partner in the mood of love before bringing back the fragrance of sex. Bringing back the desire, the attraction, all these hot energies. First, can this body be tuned back into love? In those bodies, they get misused. They get misused into sex. They get transformed into sex objects. It is a sad story. So I see couples, many of them, they need to shift out of this. If they want even to regain a beautiful sexuality, they need first move for a moment out of relating with the body only on a sexual level. So we tune. We can this body instrument tune back in the music of love. So with also beautiful prayers to each other, beautiful gratitude to each other. The body listen again, this sweet words, and not just I want you. What about you, beautiful? So it relaxes. The body gets back in a more natural rhythm, because when you have a body that is always put in sex, it's just one rhythm. And it brings a kind of stress even in the system. It's interesting to notice, I see people, they have a stress of sex. It sounds funny, huh? But I do see this. The body never go into a state where it can relax. Sex for many is a tension, and that I notice it a lot. So I notice couples constantly in that vibe, also constantly trying to maintain sexy all the time. But this is very tiring.
But there is also the other extreme where especially couples that are for longer time together have no sex at all.
Yes. So you have the other move where everything has gone flat. And then they start relating with the body in an also not very nice way. It gets completely dried, undernourished. So undernourished, everything gets squeezed, gets also tense. Is another type of tension. So tuning back the body in the music of love, finally, nourishment is coming back. So you bring back very loving touch in the beginning before rekindling the desire. If the body finally has this nourishment, sweet nourishment of love, yes, it's gonna warm up again. It got cold, it got frozen or dry. The plant, you put some water, it starts opening up again. Sure, it's gonna start to revive slowly the flame down here in the sex. So it's different entrance, but in a way, same tuning, or same tuning to love, to that fragrance of also respect, that fragrance of beauty also. Approaching again the beauty of the body. instead of the sexiness of the body.
Would you say there are, or I'm sure there are differences between obstacles that men face and women face in the couples? What would you say are the differences?
I don't know if it's completely different. I see different things. If it's like, for example, on level of sexuality, I see women at some point they longing for the tenderness, even longing for no sex once in a while, just while maybe the men tend to think that good sex is going to be the way to share love, which I understand on some level. So you will have at some point a friction, the woman longing for a bit more calmness, a bit more care, nourishment, tenderness, more subtle. And the men keeping the tempo, sex, different rhythm, and then they lose each other. So there some big obstacle comes, which is frustration. So maybe the frustration is coming from a different angle of both wanting something different, but still is frustration. So it's the same obstacle. So I see this a lot. And many times, actually, couples, they come to a retreat because frustration, how we can move that obstacle. And yeah, I would put it this way for now.
Would you say any couple can rekindle their passion, their desire for each other, and their love for each other?
No, I know some they tend to make people believe this. I don't sell this, guys. Whatever. I don't sell this kind of crap. No. Some couples, I do support them to separate.
So not even Tantra can help them.
But Tantra is not a pill. It doesn't work like that. There are relations that came to the end of what can be offered. And that you have to be very clear, sitting down, looking clearly. Is it done? We have done what can be done together, and we go apart very lovingly with gratitude and keep going. Then you have other situation where it's not finished, it's far from finished. So we have to sweep the floor, clear some obstacle, clear some misunderstanding. Then we can rekindle everything beautifully.
You said that the lovers are opening each other's potential. So if you say that some couples, they better split up, that means there is no more that potential that they can help each other grow.
A person, an individual, has many potentials. Let's say we are a couple. We support openly some potential, but maybe at some point we can't support it all. There are some aspects maybe you can't offer. I will find it with somebody else that can support that. Oh, this other flower can open. Together, maybe this flower, fine, and then we reach a point.
How do you know? How do you know that you're not just escaping?
Oh, yeah.
That the ego is, fighting?
Yeah.
How do you know that it's really over? The potential will not become bigger in this lover's cocoon.
I feel, you know if you already have a good sense of the energy. Most couples sometimes they even need somebody outside to reflect that when they get lost and confused that they can't figure out. If you have a good entrance in the energy, it gets quite clear that yes, darling, we managed to move up to here or wherever, and you see you can't make it move further. You will need another setting, another environment, another person, maybe. I trust that if there is a good willingness, it's possible. But from experience, I see that it's not always the case. So from experience, there is another scenario. You are together. You grow up to here, and you see. So, I might be another partner. You practice different things there that open the potential. But you stay with your partner here. This is, I never like to say life partner, but let's shape it this way, for example. Huh? That you have this commitment. You want to grow till the end of the path together. Might need some moment. Is this practice here, practice there? But you clear, it comes back here in this temple. And that's very valuable. It's tricky. Oh, you need already quite good clarity to move like that. It can go completely wrong. Especially if you take this move because you have other hidden agenda inside. So let's say, put it in a really beautiful picture. This is very supporting, very beautiful. So the potential open here, fine, then it comes in this temple and then you continue growing. It's fine, it's refined. It's refined and it's such a good, a clear communication, a clear flow, so authentic. No hiding, no lies, no manipulation. You need to be strong together.
It requires a lot of courage.
Also, yeah.
Can you say in Tantra the role of a man and a woman in the path towards lovers? Are they different, these roles?
What do you mean exactly?
Is one taking care more of one aspect of the relationship, and let's say a woman of one aspect and a man of another aspect? Or it's all the same?
No, I don't think it's all the same because the man, the woman, they have a different quality that they share. So sure, this quality takes care of different aspects, though till a certain point where many things they start overlap. When the man start opening his feminine aspect, things they get balance. But I do see, though you can open up these different aspects, the woman also opening, you could say, the whole male dimension, it will still move different. It will still move different. The woman carry a certain fragrance that the man doesn't. And that's the beauty, actually. Now, how to define this is a little delicate because I don't want to fall into all kind of cliché. It's a dangerous area. I don't like define women, this, men. Let's keep it on the level of different fragrance. A different aspect, almost different aspect of wisdom, you could say. how a man is going to share wisdom is so different than a woman. You see, also women, what to do on a body level. Woman gives birth. She carries something. She has another access to the life force. And because of that, she brings another quality that the man doesn't have. And it's not one better than the other. Has nothing to do with that, but makes it that, yes, women will bring that quality in to the meeting and in every level of sharing.
This is a little bit what I was kind of looking for. What is the biggest gift that a woman can bring on the path towards lovers, and what's the biggest gift that a man can bring?
The woman, this is incredible dimension of giving birth. So the woman is close to this dimension of from emptiness, from unmanifested to manifest. She has this inside. From zero, a form comes. How incredible is that? And plus, she can even give birth to it, imagine. This is extremely interesting. So women has this, this maybe what makes a woman mysterious when we say, oh, there's something mysterious in a woman. She has the emptiness and she has all the forms at the same time. It's very strange. And plus, on body level, she passed through many cycles. The cycle of the period constantly. So she has this constant move from birth to death, birth to death. It's constantly constant. So this she brings it in the relation. It's very, very powerful. The man, you could say, has more stability. The man has all the seeds. This is incredible. The man has all the seeds for all the form. The man has all the seeds that's gonna give the spark to open up a form. He's gonna initiate all the forms by just giving the seed to the feminine. As much in the woman on a very biological level, but to the feminine, in him, in the woman, and the feminine gonna shape it all. But the man has this this immense capacity of containing all seed of creation. It's a lot. It's a lot. It has to channel this very properly. It can go all over the place. Oh, let's do it. So they bring this to each other in the temple. It's quite a dance.
And with that comes also a different responsibility, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. A different responsibility on how to share this, how to take care of it. It's a different responsibility for sure. And yet, you would say, okay, in a way, it's the same. It's responsibility anyway. But to channel it, let's say, also on the body energy level is a different responsibility for sure. It's a different move.
And I wonder how, could you describe what is a different responsibility of a woman in the lovers' union of a man?
Yeah. So that we have to see where we tackle it. If it's on level of sexuality or somewhere else, it's a bit different. The men, the responsibility, what does he give? Because he has all the seeds, so he can choose many things. Yeah? What he gonna give? What he gonna offer in the womb of the feminine? You see, he has to sit down. But this is quite a job, huh? Because he has, I want to say, he has in his balls all the potentials of creation. It's so way to put it this way, but in him. He has all the seeds. What are gonna put in the womb of the feminine that gonna manifest? You see, a man, he can manifest a car, weapons, many things very destructive in. So this is his responsibility. Then on the other side, the womb of the feminine. Maybe you select the seed coming in. It has come now into the open, into the science. I always like this one because this thing racing the sperm to the ovary. Yeah, one. Amen. Now it's pretty clear. They figure out that no. The egg is choosing which little guy gonna come in. And this, when I heard this the first time, I was like, whoa. I tried to see it on a bigger level, not just biological. I was like, wow, this is incredible. Find out. The womb of the feminine has to look. There is a spark coming in. Do I let manifest everything? Or I'm also there a bit more awake, aware, sharp. And this, no, maybe no. This we let it pass. Or we transmute it. You have to transmute the power sometimes of the man coming in. You transmute it. So maybe it comes in aggressive, the weapons they come in, cannot transmute it. So the womb of the feminine, we also do this. The capacity to transmute, which doesn't give to the men the permission or just give anything down here. I think as what happened with couples. As lovers, you are already more careful. What it is as a man, which kind of seed are going to give into the feminine, which comes back to this potential of creation together. What do you create? What do you create together? So they're different responsibility. Very different responsibility, yet it's a joint responsibility on creativity. Do you want to create chaos or you create beauty? Or there's many ways to look at it.
You also talk sometimes about one of the major obstacles in couples that women do not fully receive men.
Yeah.
Maybe you would like to say a few words about that.
Yeah, this one.
In a way, they don't receive this seed of a man.
Yeah. So many reasons. And we have a past. We have a past that is not so beautiful. But we have to be careful to not use the past as an excuse. True, the woman has been misused, mistreated, and all the. I think on both sides. If I look now, when I sit down, I'm like, okay, it's both. It's equally both. So, but it makes it difficult now. First of all, for the man to give his full power, and decide, because you ask, the woman to fully receive a man. The woman needs some healing. And it's not even a personal healing, it's a woman in the field of woman needs some healing to finally look back at men with good eyes of the heart, and not eyes of fear. Women are afraid of men.
Fear or anger.
Or it's part of the same package. You have also revenge, all those things in the package. So women they have to, many, maybe not all of them, to relearn how to receive the men in their field without trembling, being afraid of the aggression most of the time of the men, the violence of the men. Because women has the power to transmute this, which we have to be careful. It doesn't give freedom to the men. I can go. No, men have to do their work too there. Let's be clear. But now for the woman, to trust their strength that can transmute energy. So in their field, to open up the full receptivity. You see, when a woman has a full receptivity, a man, he feels, we have to stop thinking the men, they feel this. They feel the welcoming, they feel the fragrance of the feminine that is quite subtle and fragile. Or suddenly they come with flowers. They don't come with weapons. They come with respect, with flowers. They sense this. And then women that after we have to look in the body. And there, I think Tantra brings really a lot to both men and women. But a woman that has to really learn how this, the sex, the unique and completely receive. That in our sexuality, how we grow, most of the time in our sexuality, we don't fully open it up. We don't really know. I look for myself. I've been growing in sexuality. I had no clue that actually, it can be much, much, much more receptive than what I thought. So we tend, women, even on the body level, to limit the receptivity. We don't know very much fully how this yoni is functioning. And the depths, the different layer of openness, even physical openness, but mostly in receptivity, so that we can fully receive the man, receive his sex, his lingam in, and that finally something can be generated on energy level, that there is a full receptivity and a full giving, and then you have a beautiful circulation of energy, of pleasure, suddenly that can expand much more out of just the genital. So the receptivity of women needs to be looked at on many different levels. And first, the woman has to realize that maybe she is not exactly in her full potential of receptivity, and dare to look, dare to trust that is possible, and search for good people, good community, good retreats, good ways to open him up and to pass through a stage of healing. It's important to clean, to purify, to let go all the little thing that squeeze everything, to regain the trust. Women, they need to regain the trust in their femininity, as much as men in their dimension of masculinity. The trust in it goes back to the essence of the life force also. Because in both sides, the life force is misused for strange things. And in that, it's pulled down all the potential. The potential of giving, of receiving is all distorted. All distorted. So this needs healing on both sides. Healing and understanding. I think it's both at the same time.
It seems like both women are not opening their power, and men also, they are afraid to use their power.
Completely.
So why is that we hold ourselves smaller?
Religion. Or is it a subject I have to develop? Is it a tricky one? Also, can be falling in the wrong box. But let's be clear, religion did a big disaster. I don't want also to be the one who's saying before in the past it was all nice, perfect, men and women, all in paradise. I don't want to go that way. Anyway, we don't fully remember, but at least we can see what has happened when religion came into the picture.
So they brought the shame, I guess.
They brought shame, they brought guilt, they brought fear. They use fear was there before, shame, guilt was there before, but not out of proportion. So let's put these into excess. Let's put this, that is the big thing, and then let's move people only from these type of energies. And let's shape relationship with those energies. Yeah, you make a big disaster.
So between a man and a woman, it's not only, of course, their interaction, it's the whole society's interaction. So working on both levels.
Yeah. Definitely, you have to wash away all this conditioning of religion that has shaped men and women in a house instead of a temple. It's important to look at this. And you see, I'm not the one blaming everything. I just want to look at fact. It's a very simple fact to look the disaster. I don't want to romanticize everything. It's just a fact. We all, men and women, completely. It's like we have legs and arms out of we in a bad shape. We are in a bad shape.
How can we move out of that with some joy and some hope and positivity, not to feel that it's a hopeless situation?
We stop complaining. No, because this is why I say it's a fact. We don't complain about the fact. This is endless story. Oh, I'm like this because I will never manage. So stop victimizing yourself. So you stop the victim and you stop the complaint. Look the fact. I'm a bit like this. I put back myself like that. Okay. And start clear there. Then we can really move. But if we keep with the excuses and the complaint and the victim and all this, nothing will ever move. It's part of the same game anyway, I think, but it will never move. So one need to simply sit down, put everything here, all the fact. It's like that. No, let's see. How we move. Not blaming the religion, not blaming the whole past and the politics and the this and the that.
Or your beloved.
Especially the beloved. Just look the fact and find the good method, the good move.
So what do you say when a couple comes to you and they blame each other? What do you tell them?
I threw them in the swimming pool. Have a swim, have a laugh. I make them dance. I shake them out of this pattern by making them laugh. You see, you have to bring back laughter in those moments because you cannot convince somebody. When you have two persons that are in a complaint, in argumentation, they both so much want to be right. So I don't take party. I don't say you're right, you're wrong. I just listen. I'm fine. I can listen for hours. It's no problem. Enjoy the show. It's a good movie. Let the movie pass. Then they are finished. They wait like Okay? And then I find a place where they can laugh. They can laugh and they can see the whole stupidity. People, you see, there is one thing, I trust in intelligence of people.